already right out of the gate. It's 7 o'clock Central Time, Tuesday evening, time for Toy Tuesday. We've got some cool stuff we're going to check out tonight. I am trying a little bit different setup tonight because we've got a viewer box, and it's so difficult to try to open the viewer box, dig through the viewer box when I'm trying to hold the phone at the same time. So, we've got this little new rig. We're going to try it. If it don't work, we'll try something different later, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Anthony's on with us. So, that's what I said. We're going to start off with a viewer box tonight. Another one from one of our friends in Canada. And then we got a couple of cool grills we're going to check out. Now, one of them we talked about a little bit on Sunday night for the Crit. Kim's on with us. The Crit, a very rare car that was only made for 5 or 6 years in the mid-teens. We had a pretty good discussion about the Crit Sunday night. Lee's on. Big Job made it. Kevin L's here. So we're going to check that out, although we don't have the Crit badge. We'll get into that a little bit more a little bit later. David W. is here, plus a super cool grill that I just picked up that I kind of gave you guys a tip-off on Sunday night. We're going to check that out as well. So, anyway, please bear with us. One thing about it, I'll have to try to keep an eye on comments as we're digging through the viewer box because I'm going to sit my phone at a different angle where I'm not going to be able to see it at that second. So, Peter's on from Oz. Frank's here with us. Lots of things scrolling here. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. So, anyway, I'll kind of try to keep bouncing back and forth as I check things out and see what's happening with the viewer box. But, or maybe we can just flip it around and work with it this way, too. We'll see what happens. Let's see if we can. Number 1 made it. Dan's on. Lots of regulars jumping on. Rusty Nails is here. Thanks for coming back tonight, guys. Appreciate you all swinging by and hanging out and checking out what we've got going on. So, anyway, that being said, let's see if we can flip this thing around. Norma's here with us, and David W. I'm going to try to flip the phone angle so you can see the box and I can see your comments. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but we'll try it. So, let's see if we can twist this thing around. And see what we've got going on here. This way I can kind of halfway see the comments, and you can kind of see the box we're getting ready to bust open. So, let's start slicing. If this doesn't work for you guys, if it looks weird, if it looks funky, please let me know. Like I said, I'm setting it this way so I can kind of halfway still see the comments. Number 1 was on the Holy Goat stream earlier. Which eye do you look at? This one's taped up pretty good. A few notes in there for me. This one's taped up real good, tucked in here real good. There we see here. Anthony says, looks great from Canada. Great. Hopefully this works. I don't know. Something different. We're going to try it. All right. Let's start digging. All kinds of packing stuff. Packing material. I guess we ain't going to hurt nothing. We rip it open. So Bill says this is perfect. So Bill Williams says, like Christmas. Oh, yeah. William Alderman, I don't have your address on your payment slip. I do need that. Let's see, I spy a can. Let's get this can out of here. Oh, this is a nice can. Number 1. Which one didn't want to ask? Great. Oh, this is a great can. There's stuff in the can, too. Let's check this thing out. A White Rose. Great can. Canadian Oil Companies Limited. Open on the bottom, but who cares? I mean, the front part of it looks good. So, yeah, no problem, William. I just want to make sure I get the sign to you. Great looking can. Definitely an earlier can. All metal. Super cool graphics. So, yeah, I mean, who cares? The bottom's cut out of it. Man, that's a great can. Super appreciate that one. One Imperial Quart. You guys can't tell. This is kind of tall. Yeah, David W. says that's different. Let me grab a regular oil can real quick. Like, I don't have a bajillion of them here, so Let me grab a regular oil can real quick so we can compare the size. I want you guys to see the difference in the size since this says Imperial Quart. So here's the one we just opened up, a great can. Here's a regular one, you know, that we've had on Sunday night the other day, so we can see the difference in height. Diameter, basically identical on diameter, but this White Rose Imperial Quart is actually a lot taller. So, great piece. That's a great can. Super appreciate that. Huge thanks to our viewer for sending that. Slimmer and taller. No, actually, diameter same, just taller. So, great piece there. So, let's see what else we can find in this thing. Salty Reese's Cup made it. Kevin digs it. What's the name of, that's the name of his hometown, White Rose, York, Pennsylvania. Number one says that's just the exchange rate. They get an extra 21%. Let's see. Got a toy truck in here if I can get it out. It's kind of wedged in there. There we go. Oh, this is a nice piece too. Irving, Canada's first automakers approved gasoline. A newer truck, but that's a nice piece. Tons of great graphics on it. What scale is this? 1 of 5,000. I guess it's Canadian. Maybe it doesn't have scale on it. 1/64. Good looking rig on Canada's first automakers approved gasolines. Cool piece there too. I hope this is working out for everybody, so I hope everybody can see just fine while I'm digging through this, so I'm not trying to hold the phone at the same time. Oh, like a Royal Canadian Mounted, or the Royal Canadian Mounted Police or whatever, plastic, toy, reliable, made in Canada, no date on it. But a cool piece. BW's on a 10-minute break before he heads back to the garage. I'm glad you stopped by. So another cool piece. That is early, probably 50s, 60s. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Gabriel's here. And it sounds like there might be something. A lot of packing in here. Of course, wanted to make sure that was taken care of too, for sure. Might do some more digging, make sure we got it all, if that's just packing. Now there's a few more things in here. Oh, we got some more toys. Number one says it's not a toy that stood on your mantle and kept watch while you were gone or asleep. Okay, so this was actually like a symbol of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police that kept an eye on your property. Thanks for throwing that in, number one. That clarifies it a little bit, because obviously I don't know nothing about that since I'm not from Canada. But it is a nice piece. Condition's very good on this one. Peter put 2 videos of my 76 and 82 pickups up this week. His first video is on YouTube, so be sure to check out Peter's stuff, see what he's got going on. William Bill says that one's cool. Got some more Hot Wheels in here. Exxon tanker truck. Kind of a neat little piece. Oh, I think this is the Gremlin. Yes. This is the Gremlin, only it's a newer version of the old Gremlin in Lucas Oil livery. That design was originally done in the 70s, and this was a newer one, obviously, with Lucas Oil on it. And, oh, here's a cool one, Stutz. I think this is a Stutz, is what this one was. The Hot Wheels Stutz. This is Hot Wheels. The Ford Tanker, Yatming. We'll look at it here in a minute. Shopcat made it. But the Stutz, that's always a cool Hot Wheel too. This is Hot Wheels brand 1979, so that, I believe, is an original late 70s Stutz Hot Wheel. The Exxon tanker, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Yatming on the bottom of that. I don't know if you guys can make it out or not, but. So, I think that is it. All right, I think that does it for the viewer box. But great pieces in there tonight. The 3 more Hot Wheel pieces, the Royal Canadian Mounted Guard, the toy semi, and an absolutely amazing can. Super great piece. So let's get this stuff out of the way. So like I told you guys on Sunday, John from San Antonio just jumped on with us. So, and like I said, if this doesn't work, if this is weird the way we're doing it, let me know. Because at least I don't have to hold it. Hopefully things are a little more stable for you guys. But I told you I stopped at a place called, hold up. I told you I stopped at EasyJacks. Let's check out the crit first. We've been talking about the crit. I'm going to hold you guys off just for one more second on this other grill that I got because it's so awesome. We talked about the crit a lot on Sunday night. Now, the reason it came up, and Sebastian brought it up, he asked if I had any of the enamel badges for a crit, which I do not. Now, the reason being is that came up is the crit badge was actually a swastika, believe it or not. But you've got to remember, this was in the mid-teens. And the swastika at that point meant progress, forward movement. And, you know, the Nazis obviously ruined that mindset with it, but that was what a crit used. Now, I've got a radiator and a grill shelf for a crit, but I don't have the badge. But I did promise you guys I would show it tonight. So let me grab it. I'm going to grab a tape measure, and we're going to throw it up here and take a look at it. So let me set this where I hope you guys will be able to see it. And I'm going to grab it right now. Shopcat says, hey, Big John, let's see what we got here. Here it is in all her glory. This is original. It's dirty. It's crusty. But there she is. The grill radiator shelf for a crit. You can see at the top, it is, you know, almost kind of pointed at the top. Comes up here in a big arc. Here's where that badge originally was. And actually, this was a swastika badge. Obviously, this one's been removed, you know, probably decades ago, but you got to remember, a lot of these pieces were saved during the war. This is one of those pieces that actually came out of the huge collection where we got all of those badges. You know, all those super cool enamel badges we've been checking out. Most of those vehicles were scrapped, you know, in the 30s and during World War II. So that being a swastika badge, I mean, that may have even been removed from the vehicle before it was ever even scrapped in the 30s as the Nazis began to take power. Who knows? Who knows what the story is on this thing? But it is a super cool piece. Very rare. Like I said, they only made, Pete's on from Arkansas, they only made the crit for 5 or 6 years. So a very limited run of them and not a ton of them out there. But there it is. And this thing is about 21 and a half inches wide and about 2 feet tall up here to the curve, about 26 with this neck. But obviously we see still has the crit emblem on there. So absolutely no doubt as to what this piece was. I mean, that's got to be a super hard to find emblem. Of course, there's not many crits in existence anyway. Where were they built, Jim? I don't really know. I've never done a lot of research on them. I just looked up when they were made and things like that. Obviously, you know, and that's the reason we bought it. We had nothing we'd ever heard of, knew anything about, and that's why my daughter and I thought we better add this to the collection because it was so rare, a car that we had never even heard of or didn't know anything about. So that's why we went ahead and picked it up. Now we'll flip it around real quick. Nothing exciting on the back here. This actually does give us a little bit of a clue though, Jim. That's what Shopcat says, built in Detroit. That's what we just saw when I flipped this thing over. I don't know if you guys will be able to read that badge or not. But it does say Detroit Radiator Company on the back of the radiator. Kind of weird the way this, we've got basically our normal bottom pipe. This top pipe is kind of weird. It's actually made into this brace. So this must actually be part of the tank here as it comes across. So definitely a unique piece. The way that's made into this cross brace, which is made into the tank, the way it appears to me. It actually has a number on it down here at the bottom of 126. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that or not, but right down here at the bottom, it actually says 126 on it. So that is a very, very unique piece that, like I said, I'd never seen one before. That's why we figured we better add it to the collection, because there cannot be very many crits out there, much less crit emblems on the original grill or in the original radiator with grill shell. Like I said, I wish it had the swastika badge just because of the history that it would encompass. But, it's not there. Been gone for decades and decades. There isn't anything we can do about it. So that's what I was thinking, Shopcat. It might be a serial number. You never know. Jim, never heard of one till Sunday night, and I'm older than dirt and live 60 miles from Detroit. So Anthony likes it. And like I said, that's why we snagged it, because it was something that was so different, so unique, didn't know nothing about it, figured we probably better have one in our collection. So, like I started to tell you, like we talked a little bit on Sunday night, we stopped at EasyJacks in Junction City. I've never been there before. Gabriel says, nice piece, loves the content, appreciate that. And they've got, number one says, settle an argument to eat owl or turkey on the first Thanksgiving. Don't know. Pete, very cool grill. Once again, I learned from Professor Chad about a car I didn't know existed. Well, Professor Chad didn't know a lot of information about a crit other than it was a cool piece, and I figured we probably ought to own it for our collection. So, I didn't do a lot of research on it. Things that were a little hectic today. I actually had a guy that dropped off a truck at the yard right before 6 o'clock. So I was out there, had to grab dinner, get here, get set up. So running a little behind schedule, but had a guy call me, wanted to drop off a 62 Ford unibody. So I had to go out and buy it, and he delivered it. So I definitely needed to get that handled while I had the opportunity. So, but like I started to tell you, EasyJacks, Junction City, Kansas, a couple thousand cars there. They do specialize in old stuff similar to what I do. However, they don't do a lot of advertising or marketing. They're in Hemmings and a few things like that. But I just never stopped there. Driven by it hundreds of times. Dad said we stopped there in like 1980. So I'd have been like 5 or 6. So, but I don't remember that, obviously. He stopped and got a few pieces for his 48 Roadmaster. And that's actually kind of when he started thinking about doing parts, because after he stopped and bought a handful of parts for his 48 Roadmaster that he thought he could have bought a car for the same price with a little digging, if that's kind of what tipped him off into maybe getting into the old cars business and selling parts. So we stopped there when Dad had his ankle appointment in Kansas City last week. We kind of scheduled a little time to maybe have a little time to stop there, so that's what we did. Picked up a couple of things while we were there, but one piece in particular was something that I was super excited to get a hold of. And I think I was just going to hold it up there. We'll see if anybody can guess it real quick. We got one grill we got was a 48 Chevy car. This other one is going to be a little more unique. We'll see if you can figure it out. There's the 48 Chevy grill right there, actually. But I'm going to hold this up here, let you guys look at it, and see if anybody's got a guess as to what this thing is. There it is. You guys see it? George loves the shop decor. David from Scott City's on with us. Glad you're on, David. So, anybody know what that is? Pretty unique piece. Keep an eye on comments for any guesses. LaSalle, no, it's not LaSalle. I'll give everybody a few seconds. Nope, it's not International. Nope, it's not Willie's. There, Alan got it. Alan's the correct guess. It's a shark nose Graham. That's exactly what it is. Shark nose Graham. It's a great piece. I was super excited to get a hold of this thing. And it's a cool piece in and of itself. When you look at it, Google a picture of the car, and they are amazing. But yeah, so Alan was right. I was kind of curious if somebody would get it because this was a tricky one. I seen it, when I seen it, I was like, holy cow! I knew what it was. You can still kind of see a little bit of the markings on it from when they pulled this thing off decades and decades ago. Who knows how long this thing's been laying there? It was actually partially sunk into the ground where I found it. Shopcat digs it. Yes, Gabriel, it is the grill for a shark nose Graham. So if you punch up 38 or 39 Graham, and you'll see a picture of it, it'll give you a good idea. But, I mean, actually, this thing was like sunk into the dirt about up to here. I had to hose a bunch of the dirt off it. William says it's a great white. Yep. Rusty Nell says make a nice end table. This thing would make a nice about anything because it is epic. George looks like a facing of a knight's helmet. Yeah. And this thing's, I mean, if you can kind of see the profile of it, if you guys can make it out, how it kind of cuts back in here. Norma says it's cool. Yeah, it's a pretty neat piece. It really is. Big Job says heavy. No, it's not really heavy. It's all tin. David W., want the Graham that used the old, was that the Graham that used the old cord bodies? I don't think so. That would have been a Hollywood, I believe. I think the Graham Hollywood, if I remember correctly, used the cord bodies. But, it's still got some of the latch pieces on top of it. But this is just a sheet metal grill with the exception of the trim. Peter says, cool wall lamp. Kevin digs it. The painted area is just sheet metal. These are stainless. This molding here is pot metal. Shopcat says he'd make a light fixture out of it for sure. George says, cool history. Dave says, you're right. The Hollywood was the cord-bodied one. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So this is a great piece. Like I said, I was super excited about it. You can kind of see here on the back where this was all sunk into the ground when I found it. So no idea how long it had been laying there. But I was excited about it. There you can kind of see the backside. It's just got light surface rust because this is all just tin is all that is on the backside. But since you guys know I love grills, finding something like this that is this unique, I was really excited about it. Gabriel would love to go visit such an extraordinary place like yours. Thanks, appreciate that. But there it is in all her glory, the grill for a shark nose Graham. George says, good condition for its age. Yeah, it is. It's got a little bit of actual rust out right here. If you guys can see, these spots has a few small holes in it. But there again, it's a wall hanger. Obviously you guys know I've got a ton of grills, and I'm a big grill fan. William found it half buried, well preserved, good Kansas dirt. Yep. It wasn't half buried, just, this back corner had sunk into the ground. So, like I said, I'm glad you guys dig it. It is a cool piece. I'll change the angle a little bit here and see if you guys can get a little bit better shot of it. Big Job said it looked heavy, but it worked for a rat rod nose. There you can see the profile a little better when I change the angle of the camera. The hood come right up to here on this thing, and then this profiled back in like that. It's, like I said, it's an outstanding piece. You can step back, hold this thing up, and it is a statement piece. There's no doubt about it. And definitely something I didn't have anything at all in my collection to come up that matched anything close to like that as a Graham. So anyway, there she is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bill's trying to buy it. Gel on that grill would make it look great on a shop entrance wired to light up at night. Yeah, it would. The way it would, shine through those bars and stuff. Yeah, it'd be a cool piece. So I hope it was worth it. I hope I didn't have everybody all hyped up for nothing. And now everybody's trying to buy it. But I don't want to sell it because it's cool. And I didn't have one. So I was excited about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I had it hyped up pretty good. And sometimes I get excited about some of that stuff. And maybe you guys may not get as excited about it. But if you look at the picture of a shark-nosed Graham, they are amazing. And this thing is, in my opinion, pretty amazing. Ken Nolan's here. So that's about what I've got for tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope the camera worked okay tonight, doing it this way. I'm going to keep playing with it, see if I can tweak it, make it a little better. But I'm really curious if it worked better this way or if, you guys don't like it. I just thought, I'm trying to figure out a way to hold the phone while I open the viewer box. So please let me know what your opinion is, if this worked better. I'm going to try to tweak it a little more if it does. But it was something I threw together and tried. Kevin says it worked good, so good. I'm glad that worked out good for you. Norman says great stuff. Peter says good for him. He's all the way in Oz and it's working. So, but anyway, that's what we've got for tonight. Let's recap real quick. The super cool Canada's first automakers approved gasoline, Irving. Jim says work great. Kim thumbs up. Salty Reese's Cup says thanks. Everybody says good. Great. I appreciate that. Great. I was really curious because I know when I'm trying to hold it, I'm always shaking and bouncing around, so I hope this was better. The Exxon tanker. The Lucas Gremlin. The Stutz. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police. That number one was, let us in on that. That's what they would sit on the mantle as kind of the protector of the household. And a great oil can, a Canadian White Rose with great graphics. Super, super excited about that. That's a great piece. And huge thanks to our viewer for sending this stuff in. Big job. Going to have to go find one on the net, see what it looks like on the card. Yeah, that's for sure. Pete, turning the show professional with that camera. I don't think I'd get quite that carried away that this is getting like all professional because I'm still operating it. So I don't think that term should come into play with this situation. But thanks anyway. So great can. Huge shout out to our viewer tonight for sending in tonight's viewer box. So Joe's trying to buy the can now. I don't have this can. I don't have anything like it, so I'm really excited about it. Ken Nolan, Royal Canadian Mounted Police lost a lot of support over the last 2 years. Anthony, Academy Award next for Chad. Doubtful. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the support. Don't think we're probably quite there yet. So, Dudley Do Right Perfect, Imperial Great Can. Yep, Imperial Court Can. Big job. It's like Christmas again. Yep, that's kind of, especially with this can. This can is epic. We got a lot of cool stuff in this box. This can is epic. Plus, one more look at the crit. Like I said, that was just too cool. Bill, yeah, you'll probably get a good Academy Award out to see. Yeah, I doubt that. See you Sunday night, Bill. Norman says, thanks to the viewer who sent the box for everybody to share. That's right, absolutely. Always want to thank anybody that sends in a viewer box because that's the purpose of this stuff, is sharing it with all of you too. So the Crit Grill, a little bit of history with the Crit, and for me, the new epic grill for the Shark Nose Graham. So anyway, that's what I've got for you tonight. That's right, David. We all want to say thanks to our viewer. Appreciate that for sending in the viewer box to share it with all of us. What else is going on? I've got a lot of the stuff shipped from Sunday night. I need William's address. I got Norma's plates because she was getting a T-shirt as well. Let's see. Lori, we the viewers want to buy your collection. William, thanks for sharing the box. The Shark Nose Graham, the Crit, awesome, thanks. George says, awesome shop, thanks, George. So, anyway, that's what I've got for tonight. But yeah, I think I've got about everything shipped. I've still got some flyers from pamphlets for Jason. I've still got your cans, Joe. So I got some of that stuff out. The rest of it will be on the way soon. That's pretty much what I've got for right now. Appreciate y'all swinging by, hanging out, checking it out. Hope to see some of you at the Lawrence Swap Meet maybe. We'll be there this weekend. Rico and Jess are going to be there. Going to do a little bit of shopping, see if we can come up for the next month's raffle. If not, don't worry about it. I've already got a small list of things that we're going to use, and I've got some pretty cool stuff stashed for it. But it'll be fun to see if we can do some shopping with Jess, and maybe if some of you are there that can join us and see what we can find for next month's raffle. So anyway, that's what I've got. Stay tuned. We'll have some more new inventory videos coming up this week. I've got another one ready to go tomorrow night. Hope you guys caught the LTD2 Broham last night. I know that wasn't the most exciting video, but it was still pretty cool to see a 77 Ford LTD2 that was that loaded up. I didn't know they came that loaded up with that many options. So that was kind of cool. We'll have some more new inventory coming up tomorrow night. William says he wants to get a Nobody shirt as well. Okay. Like I said, I think there were 22 and 24 on those, William. So just let me know what you want to do on that. And we'll get some more content up. We're going to go to the Lawrence Swap Meet. Maybe see a few of you there. If you are, please be sure to look me up. Give me a shout. Maybe do a little shopping with me and Jess. We'll see what we can come up with. And then, if nothing else, we will see you 7 o'clock Sunday evening for Sunday night live chat. We'll announce the new raffle. We'll do some badges. We'll do some auctions. All the same stuff we've been doing and having a ton of fun. So I'll keep an eye out for a few more seconds here. Keep an eye if any more comments are going to pop up as we get ready to wrap up. If not, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you swinging by, hanging out for a little bit, checking out some more cool memorabilia on Toy Tuesday. Huge thanks to the viewer for the viewer box. And we will see you all Sunday night. Thanks for watching, everybody.